Stranger Things VR game? No. And number one, I don't have VR. Number two, why would anybody play that? Just the words that have just been sprawled out, Stranger Things, first off, probably means that it's a generic game that probably has no use to anybody. And the fact that it's VR means that it's worse than a mobile game. Like, why would anybody play it? Okay, I think I have everything ready. So, welcome everybody to Astrometica. So, today we're checking out the prologue. I want to see if this is something that I would potentially want to make a series out of. Just name it, whatever. This is one I had on my radar a while back, and I never actually did anything with it. Because I was playing other things whenever the game actually did release. So now we're going to be checking it out again to get a reminder of what the game is. Let's see. So there's movement, sprint, crouch, slow walk. Okay, whatever. Not much audio in the game. So this is my storage. Okay. Med kits. Oxygen. This is a crafting bench. And then there's water and food in here. I guess we'll grab those up in case we need them. Is there anything else to interact with here? Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. Terminal. Oh, that gives us quests. Oh. We're in space. Fantastic. Okay, so there's a lot to see out there. There's some sort of bubble dome. Looks like there's some sort of ice out there.
Warning.
And out there. Copper? Oh, we can just take... Okay. Well, I guess we should figure out what we need. We're probably going to need to, like, upgrade our oxygen and things like that, I would assume. So let's see. We can make wires, electric parts, glass, resin, chipset batteries, water, food, a jetpack. We need 2 iron, 2 coal, and a wire. So what did we need to make wire? We need iron. We need at least 3 iron, 2 coal. Basically 3 iron and 2 coal. So let's figure out what iron looks like. Is this rocks or is this iron? Iron. 2. There's just junk floating everywhere. We need a mining tool to break up that. Is this coal? There we go. I don't want to get too far away from my pod. Alright, there we go. 3 iron. We need
Warning.
1 more coal. a big one that we can't break up, or is this... Do we need a mining tool for this? Yeah, unfortunately.
Warning.
Warning. Oxygen low. Okay, let's see if I can make it now. One of those. Jetpack. Do we equip it? There we go. Okay, now we have a jetpack. There's a backpack upgrade, 2 silver. There's a mining tool, 2 iron. We need to make wire. We need another iron and a copper to make a wire. And a coal and turn it into a battery. Iron, copper, and coal. Get it. Copper, iron, coal. That will get us our battery. Wire. Battery. What do we need for an electric chip? 2 iron and a copper. Okay, let's see. That makes that. Hope you're doing well, new game. So this game's been out for a little bit. It was one that I wanted to play a while back, but I was in the middle of playing other things. And so this here is the prologue. Which is basically a demo. Basically want to see if the game is any good. Just give myself a reminder of what the game even is, to see if it's something I want to make a regular series out of. Looks a little bit like Void Train. I mean, the way it looks, yeah. To me, it feels a little bit more like, I don't know, Subnautica, except for you're in outer space. It's basically like a generic Breath Edge, except with all the funny parts taken out of it, with the floaty parts and the resource gathering. Yeah, I suppose so. We need 2 iron to get this tool, so let's get that. Okay, we got a tool, so now we can do mining. There's an oxygen module, a backpack module, and a shield module. We should probably try to get each of these. I don't know where to get quartz, so we might have to hold off on that. I don't know where to get silver, and we need to find nickel. So we might have to do some exploration. Let's see, we got a mining tool. And that's a big gun. So what is this stuff? It's not going to tell me what it is.
Warning.
Oh, it just gave me copper? And I guess we'll hold on to it. Oh, did I drop it? Burger, it looks like a hot dog. Eat that, drink that. Okay, I guess we need to do explorationing. There's something way over there. Oh, what are you, buddy? Can I pick you up? No. Okay, I can't pick you up. Oh, gave me some nice stuff. What is this? Oh, there's the quartz we needed. Okay, cool.
Warning.
We need a power cell. I keep dropping them. There, use an oxygen thing. Thought I'd seen another quartz while I was fiddling with stuff. Give me that. Void Train Subnautica. I suppose it's not too far off. So we need to get a power cell for whatever that is down there. Supposedly there's a full base building system in this as well that I don't know if we'll actually get an opportunity to mess with. There's the quartz, and I need 2 copper wires. So copper and iron. We already have a copper. We already have one of these. So let's get an iron. There, we made one of those. We made an oxygen thing. There, now we should have plus 25 oxygen. Yeah. We'll save this extra quartz and chip in case we need it. As soon as we find these other things, what are we still looking for? We're looking for silver and nickel. Oh, wait. We need to make a power cell. Power cell takes a battery and 2 silver. We need more things that need silver. Okay. Guess we should try searching other areas. Unless the power cell is down in there. There's another compartment over there. We can go check that out. Let's see. How do we make oxygen? 2 ice and a copper wire. Them ice cubes, though. What is this thing? Some sort of quartz, maybe? What are you? A power cell. I don't even need to make one. Alright, so there's just loot bags sitting around. Organic. We probably need whatever that is to make food. Alright, now we just need 2 iron. Let's make some oxygen tanks in case we need it. If there's going to be enemies around, hopefully they give us the ability to make a blaster at some point. There. Put those things away for now. Oof. If you're using your jetpack and you slam into something, you take damage. Noted. Inertia's a thing. Oh wait, there's a box. We want to check that box. What's in the box? A power cell. Oh, silver's just hanging on the walls. Let's go. Hoping there's oxygen in this place. There is oxygen in here. Thank God. Alright, I'll take that silver. Oh, I picked up a flashlight module. Flashlight T. Oh, I learned how to make it. That was a blueprint. Oh, I see. Alright, well. Hello. I can change the colors? Ooh, purple. A donut? A space donut. And water and fabric. No, we don't like the yellow mood lights. Do a soft white color. There we go. The red hurts my eyeballs. It's kind of nice that you can change the colors. We have 4 silver. That's what we needed. Another box here. Copper bar. Okay. More silver. Space bike fragment. Oh, you can make a vehicle? That's cool. What is this? Oh, that takes forever to scrap. Maybe it's silver, like a silver ore deposit. This is something we can scrap too. Let this be nickel, please. Those are the things we're here for. It is nickel. We've got everything that we wanted. Oh, we're here. Oh, man. Dirk. Let's go make that flashlight. What is that? Iron bars? Inventory full. Alright, we have to come back. There's good stuff here. Let's go make those things I wanted to make. And then... where did I get turned around? It's not in yellow, it's in white. There we go. Bam. Purple. Bam. Bam. Cool. We're finding some resources. Getting what we need. The music's super chill, nothing tedious. Oftentimes when game music loops, sometimes it can get so overwhelmingly boring to listen to. Fabricate a backpack, will do. That's the plan, buddy. We need a chip. Backpack. Backpack on. Ooh, 2 extra bars? Let's go. We can put away some of this water. We'll keep 2 things of food and 2 things of water on us. Of course, our oxygen. We don't need these bars for right now. We'll keep the power cell in case we need it. Okay. Now we have to figure out this chipset. We need a light bulb. Chipset requires gold. You know what? There was this stuff out here that's kind of gold colored. I didn't mine it because it looks kind of like weird. I'm assuming we can get a better drill at some point. It was gold. Okay, good. Alright, make the chipset. Now we have a shield module. Flashlight module. What do we need to make the bulb? Wire and quartz. Copper and iron. So that light bulb. We have any more of those? We do. Flashlight module. Excellent. Okay. Is there anything else we can make in here now? There's a repair kit. For fixing damaged structures and vehicles. I don't know if we need that yet, so we'll just hold off. Bam. We'll save this extra stuff here. Let's go see if we can learn some more blueprints. A little box here. Copper wire and a burger? Okay. What an odd combination of things to put in a box. I'm convinced that that's silver. I'm not even gonna bother digging it up. There's a box with organic. Another box. Iron. Oh. Oh yeah. So we don't make those later? Give me all that. Not sure the iron bars are for, but they're going to give them to us. Maybe they're used to make something later. This is a dead end, I guess. Yeah, I wanted to double check. Clicking doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, we're done down that hallway. Somebody's got a little room in here. Blueprint. Building tool and a laser tool. Habitat room, habitat corridor, habitat airlock. Okay, we're learning how to make our own habitats, huh? Interact. There's a burger and some water and some of that. A key card. Okay. Glass. Sure, we'll take all that. Data transformer. 1 liter of water. Keep pressing the wrong thing. Don't want to run out of food and water. These are red. I wonder if that means they're locked. Yeah, they're not interactable at all, and I can't just push through them. Okay, there's some good stuff in here. Oh God. All right. Does this stuff hurt you? No, it's just gooey for like some weird reason. Not quite sure what we needed the key card for though. I don't see any like card readers here. Build a habitat room, build a habitat corridor, habitat airlock. Okay, well, we got to build all those devices first. That torch. building tool. We need a battery. We need a coal. Put might as well use those. Food and water in there. Okay, let's see. We needed this. We need to be able to make a gold bar, but we don't have the recipe for it. Alright, let's focus on a battery. Let's find a coal. And then we have to figure out where we're gonna build this thing. There's the battery. Habitat room. That's what we need the iron bars for. We need 8 copper wire. So where do we want to build? We also need, for the airlock, another 4. So we only have enough to even get in right now. We need a chip and a fabric. And 4 iron bars. It's 3 iron apiece. There's enough to make 1. Enough to make 2. Three. Okay, habitat airlock and a corridor. So we need to make 4 more. 1 more copper wire. sorry, I thought I was hearing things. Where were we? That's right, we need 6 more. Replace the battery in this, and there's not much iron left out here. Hopefully we don't need to make a whole new one whenever it goes out. I think that's enough, but need 1 more iron. There we go. That should be everything we need. I'm wondering if we should make it on the other side of that tunnel, because it looks like we have to go pretty far. And it would be a nice little halfway place for us to get stuff. What is this? Is it going to be organic? You may never know.
Not enough charge. Not enough charge.
No oxygen low. I'm working on it. Let's see. How do we do this? Is the power cell, is it 0? Oh no. I don't know how to put a charge in it. Is there... markers, blueprints... I don't know. Supposed to be heading out this way. God, there's oxygen in here. Just randomly. I like how I just built it and it already looks scuffed. We learned how to make an oxygen station. Maybe there's oxygen in here. Oh, the key card thing. Key card. Go. Yay. Key card. What do you mean not ready? Key card. Is a key card just a one-time use? Trash can, there's a seat. Not ready in prologue. I guess it's like, these are things we can scan. Main gate. We learned how to make a medium storage. Base power. The base has no power. Bunch of nickel. What is that? Oh, we need a laser tool. There's a whole mining operation here. What is this? Blue crystal. Oh, we learned how to make new stuff. Tool manufacturing. I don't know what that is. What is this? Nickel. Another one of those vehicle blueprint pieces. Gold. Thirst and hunger. And there's a bunch of these things that we need our laser tool to make. Another mining operation. We need to either make or find another key card. Broken something or other up there. Oh, hi, buddy. Yeah, thanks for that. It looks like it's something we should be able to get into, but I don't see any way to interact with it. Doesn't look like there's any oxygen out that way either. Alright, back to get oxygen then.
Warning.
Yes, I know oxygen. That's why I turned around when we got the half, buddy. Yes. But yeah, as a reminder, just the next time for oxygen. I don't know. It didn't feel as close as it looked. There's all kinds of things around here for us to look at. But we'd need a lot more oxygen.
Warning.
So we need to build all these other things. There's machines. Lights, beds, signs. Yeah, it feels very, very low. It says 80 seconds, so like it's a little bit more than a minute, but even still, that's nothing. I'm assuming we can get better stuff. So let's see. Build a power panel. Okay. There's a power cell charger. A battery charger. But like, I have an extra power cell. I don't know how to put it in this. I have a battery as well. There's two options. There's equip and there's drop. There's no like use. So I don't know how we would. I mean, this one's empty. But I don't know how we would fill this up. We probably need a whole nother machine or something. Oxygen, it made sense. Yeah, like right now I'm still 50-50 on the whole game. I want to give it a fair chance though, so we're going to play for a little bit longer, but like tool modification, maybe I need to make this? You can colorize your base. Okay. Battery charger. Tool modification. I'm assuming, let's see. Customize and enhance your tool. This buildable and modify and upgrade them. Improve your equipment. Can you just tell me how to... Is there a manual somewhere that I missed? Usually games like this have like, there's this data bank here. I should be able to click on this and you should tell me how to do these items, how to change out a battery. Of course, if I was just a human being, I would just flip the thing over, pull the battery out, and shove a new one in. Like, humans have been doing this for years. Why am I being punished? That's what I want to know. I don't know. Is there something in the controls? Let's see. Crouch, jetpack, space, interact, destroy, buildable, switch tool battery, X. You're a smart. You're a smart guy there, buddy. Let's see. X. That one. Hey, we charged it. Oh my god. Why can't I just drag it onto there? Okay. Oh my god. It was driving me nuts. I need a laser tool, and I can blow up an explosive. Broken boosters or something? Don't seem to be interactable. There's a planet off in the distance. Oh, and there's something on top here. I feel like this is a scam. I'm gonna get exploded if I try to laser tool that. So I'm not doing that. I haven't been playing video games my whole life and realized that fire and red equals death. Are these things moving? You drones stay over there. Leave me alone. Can we go in this? Is this a building I can get into? Is it just a storage facility? Have I just wasted my time? Oh, it's another vehicle part that I can't get in the demo. Maybe we need the laser tool to cut our way into these storage things? Is this another vehicle part? It is.
Warning.
Ah, come back. We got a burger and some water. These flashy bits look like something to cut. That's what I was thinking too. Like you gotta break the hinges to unlock it.
Warning.
Yes, I know Oxygen Game, but I gotta get back to the fabricator. I gotta gather up all the stuff to make a fabricator at the other base. mean, we have this that we could use. I didn't realize we had two of them. Glass, light bulbs. Oh, that's organic. Copper. Yeah, put all these away. Water. We'll take a food with us. Put away all this other water. Organic. Power cells, key cards. All right. Now I need to figure out what we need to make this stuff. Laser tool. We need... I still need gold bars. And I know where to get gold. But I haven't seen gold bars and I don't see a way to make one. So no laser mining tool yet. Alright, well in that case, let's see. They want us to make a power panel. Wire and electronics. We already got one on us. Let's do this. That. Okay. Power panel, small habitat battery. We need silver, 2 iron bars. What is that? There's like some sort of space jellyfish down there. If it kills us, it kills us. It's whatever. It's a demo. But I want to see space jellyfish. Hey, space jellyfish. Hiyo. Body. Are we friends? That doesn't seem friendly. Don't hug me, bro. Oh God, get off. Well, there's a bunch of iron, I suppose. Gotta be careful, man. Them face huggers, they'll get you.
Warning.
There's a bunch of like loot boxes down here. I'm hoping one of them has a gold bar in it.
Warning.
Oh wait, I thought I had another oxygen. Alright, so we just die. That seems fine.
Warning.
You are dead. Very, like, anticlimactic, man. I gotta say, I'm running everything, though, on, like, Epic. And the game runs really, really well. Hey, there's a little oxygen thing. Boop. You just sort of leave behind a box with all your things in it.
Warning.
I don't feel like I've been punished. It's very forgiving in that way. Not a very hardcore game at all. The jetpack takes forever to recharge too, and it only lasts a couple seconds. There's 2 iron bars. How much did we even need? I know that... Let's see. The game is a lot better than I assumed it would be. But in games like this, the base building stuff, I just don't know. Yeah, power panel, we already have the stuff for. We were making the battery. We needed silver. 2 iron bars. So we need these 2. We need 2 more of these. So let's see, do we have another one in here? We do. Alright, we have that. And then we needed the 2 iron bars. So there's these. So that's those 2 done. And then we need a solar panel. We need 2 more iron, a copper bar, and glass. Let's see, glass. Need 2 more iron. Here's 1 iron. the copper bar we need. So let's get some more iron. I think these give us 3, and then we need a single one. Oh, it gives us 2. We need 2 more. All right. 1, 2 iron bars. Okay, and then I want to be able to make a fabricator when we get there, so that way we don't have to come back here. Data transformer and silver. That used one of our things, so we need another one. So we're gonna need like 2 silver. Even the battery for the mining tool doesn't last long. It like everything seems to burn out really fast. So we need to grab 2 silver on the way back. I'm going to need 2 crystals for something I just seen. For the battery charger. So we'll take 2 of those with us as well. And I'm not sure what this is, so we'll bring it just in case it's something I need. Alright, let's go grab silver. It does look like resources respawn, because I think I had already taken that one. What?
Warning.
Yes, I know oxygen. I'm working on it. Solar panel. Oh, you have to stick it to a corridor? That seems odd, but whatever. There it is. Usable power, 0. Current power capacity, 0. Needed power capacity, 102. Generating power. Okay. We're generating power, but we have no usable power. Got it. That's great. Small habitat battery. What? Did I not bring the other iron bars or something? I have one. Where did the other one go? Oh, no. No. That's iron. We need 2 more. Use the iron bar. I know I used the iron bar, but I don't want it. Just... Ah! Alright, well... The heck is this thing? Give me whatever's in here. There's another iron I can has. Maybe we should go in here on top of our oxygen.
Warning.
Yes, I know warning. Thank you. I went and miscounted. The game's really not that bad. Like, this is one of those games that I would play on stream if it was something that people liked. But it's not one that I feel like would do well, or that I think I could make content for on just like the regular videos. But like... That would have to be a huge if people wanted to see more of it, but honestly, that would require me going out and purchasing it, which I would do. What is this? Coal? Why is it white? Or is all the coal white? Oh, is it the reflection from my... No, it's just white. Odd. We got some pre-burnt coal here. Why is this not working? There we go.
Warning.
There we go. Another iron bar. While we're here, is there anything else we want to do? Let's see. Second iron bar. There we go. Recycling machine. Power cell charger. We need 3 more iron bars. But yeah, the way that I make my regular content, with the vast amount of edits and all that fun stuff, like, I think this one would be difficult to work with for a regular series. But it seems fine for streaming. I know I didn't need 4, but 2 and 3. So that's the 3 we needed. And then we needed the 2 of these. And a nickel. Habitat battery you're getting the iron for. Yeah, you need at least 5. 5 right there. We are good this time. I can count sometimes. We need 1 extra iron bar for the battery charger, and we need copper and electronics. So here's the copper wire. Oh, we already have an extra copper wire. We have an extra iron. And we need electronics, which is silver. And a copper wire? No, an iron and a copper wire. Remember that you were short a bar earlier? Yeah. Let's double check. Let's double check. So, habitat battery thing. Yeah. This. So we need a silver, 2 electronics, and 2 iron. So here's the silver we needed. 2 electronics, 2 iron. Oh, you're right. We do need 1 more iron. God, we do need 1 more iron. I'd have got out all the way out there and then been mad. Alright, there's our extra iron. Let's double check. Let's organize this so we can make absolutely sure. 2 iron, 2 electronics, and a silver. So let's see. 1, 2, 2 of those. 2 electronics, and a silver. That's done. Now I want these chargers. So 2 crystals, 3 iron, and a nickel. 2 crystals. An iron. Nickel. It's 3 iron. So 3 iron and a nickel. And then for this charger, it's 1 iron, 1 copper wire, and 1 electrical part. So 1 iron, 1 copper, and then we need an electrical part. So we have an extra 1. Am I crazy? I need 2, 3, and 1. Yeah, I just need the electrical part, not the extra iron, but I'll save the extra iron. I was right before. Just 1 iron. Okay. Let's get the electrical part, which was 1 more iron. Jeez. I'm gonna make myself nuts. Usually so good at doing math in my head, and I allowed myself to be swayed into thinking I was wrong. Which is okay. That's fine to double check. Oh no, we're not gonna be able to drill this. We don't have enough to drill it. Please tell me there's a one down here. Copper bar, copper wire. These give you random things. There, electrical part. Perfect. Electrical part.
Warning.
Bam, we eat one of those, eat one of those. Loot box. Hey, those loot boxes come in handy sometimes. In Subnautica, they're really cool, the way they do their boxes in that game. Players can leave items in boxes, and they'll appear randomly in other players' games. Take 2 more water with us. 1 more water and a space donut. I think that should be good for now. Now we'll have all the chargers and stuff. Might need 1 more silver to be safe. I will take your word for it, buddy. I trust your opinion. Let us grab one more silver. Bam, silver. Yeah, just walking into that mine shaft there gave us oxygen, so we're good. Win. Yeah, absolutely. And then we have, once we're finished with this, we have that key card. We can go back to that other space station. See what's behind that door. So let's see. Machines. We need the power thing first. It doesn't go inside, maybe. Maybe it goes outside. Yeah, now we have power. Hey, lights. Okay, machinery. We want a charger. And there goes the power. Then we want this charger. So we would need a lot more current power capacity. We need another battery charger. No, one's a solar one or a power cell. Why does it look like the silver can go in there? And then the other one is for batteries. So these are for charging like big machines, I think. The base is charging power right now. But I'm assuming if we had another one of these, it would go faster. So glass and iron bars. Let's head to that other base. Maybe there'll be supplies there we could use behind that door. And in the meantime, maybe that place will just charge the base we're using. Battery pack. It would be nice if there was like power cells that you could just slot into your backpack. Ah, we can't do it because of the prologue. Are you serious? All right, well. I'm just glad the flashlight doesn't have a thing where it's like, oh, no, your flashlight's out of batteries. Go fill that up too while you're at it, buddy. Like, it'd be a little bit frustrating. All right, so what was the other mission? We got that done. Even in places where there's a little bit of gravity, you can use your jetpack to kind of get a big boost. Alright, so... Why is this one marked? We already did everything in here, I thought. Markers. Oh. I guess I can't do that in the prologue either. You know, turn off markers. Okay, let's see. We don't need this one. We don't need that one anymore. We don't need that one. That one's our main base. Unfortunately, I think we're pretty much done with the prologue. I guess there's exploration we could do. We have a big old oxygen cell. There's this thing back here I kind of want to look at. Looks like a big old biodome.
Warning.
Let's get oxygen over here. I'm betting our goal is to get out there to that jump gate. I wonder if we can go to like other places if we can get to that jump gate with a vehicle. Or if that's just how you end the game. I don't know how expansive this is. Three vehicle pieces that we can't get in the prologue. That's all that's in here. Guessing we can't do any of that stuff in the prologue either.
Warning.
I mean, there's interesting enough stuff that I'd like to
Warning.
go and check out a few more things. Oxygen takes a long time to actually start filling up. We could have just died right there. Oh, there is a crouch. But yeah, I think as a reminder though, tomorrow we will be playing Abiotic Factor. Our current game file for Abiotic Factor is not in 1.0. It sounds like we can upgrade our file to 1.0, but I feel like I want to play from the beginning until we get caught up with where our current file is. And as such, we're going to be streaming some of Abiotic Factor 1.0 up until the point we get caught up on our file, and then we're going to switch over to a recording session of it, where it's going to go back up as a regular series. And if you wanted to see some of the live recordings for that, I will be streaming it over on Kick as well. And then once we get to the live recording section, though, we will be stopping the recording session here. or the streaming sessions here, only because, like, I don't want to duplicate content. I just don't like doing that. Plus, I think it's, like, majorly against the rules to just put out spam content. So, like, two birds, one stone. I don't like it, and you're not allowed, so done. I also have to start on the 29th. Yes, on the 29th, I also have to start recording our Grounded 2 playthrough. And then that game's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope, anyway. The first one was really good, so maybe we'll get lucky and the second one's gonna be really good. But I think it's time to do some exploration before we call it a day. I need to figure out what our third game is going to be. Because eventually here, what's it called? It's going to be out of commission, or out of content, rather. What are we currently doing right now? Forever Skies only has a couple more episodes left. And then that one's going to go away until they add more content. Which is a shame. I really enjoyed Forever Skies. That was a really good game. It's, even whenever the game first came out in like the demo form, it's a very short game. The demo had half the content of the full game. Like, that's how short the game was. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Whenever you get a good story-driven game, typically shorter isn't exactly worse. It just means that... Enameled glass. Ripped straight from Subnautica. Yeah, we need to figure out how to get this recipe for gold bars, and we can make this laser tool. I think I'm going to go explore this other habitat that's over here. And then, of course, we have Tinkerlands, which is in early access. And that one's going to take about a year to finish. So there might be some good stuff there to do. I'll take this iron. Once they come out with more content for that, we'll definitely go back to it. In the meantime, we're just waiting for new things. What else can we explore? I want to go see if that's poisonous to us. I kind of feel like you see that green and you immediately think radioactive. So I'm assuming we're going to go over there and die.
Warning.
And I want to see if we can get enough. We should get a bunch of oxygen and try to see if we can get down to that dome. I want to just explore for now. So let's see. Oxygen, 2 ice and copper. Okay. Give me some of these and let's go get a bunch of ice. We'll check out the dome and then we'll go check out that warp gate ring and then we'll call it good there. Yeah, there's nothing too repetitive about the music in this game, which is good. Just hopefully none of it's copywritten, because then I'll have to delete the stream or something later. I'd rather leave it up for people to enjoy. There we go. Let's see if we can make it to these domes. Oh, there's one that's kind of closer. I do like this particular track for music. Yeah, one thing I think a lot of indie devs overlook is the necessity to have a good audio track that actually fits the scenery and things that you're doing in the game. It helps build the atmosphere.
Warning.
And if your audio track is like some Looney Tunes song while you're in the middle of like a nice chill outer space environment, like it's gonna throw everything off, and then people are gonna shut your game off immediately.
Warning.
So like I feel like this one does fit the atmosphere. Some nice chill vibes. I like it. What's up with these glowy asteroids?
Warning.
But yeah, a lot of indie games have been doing really, really, really well lately. It's crazy how many good indie games have been coming out. Do we take damage if we're near this? No, and we can mine
Not
it?
enough charge.
Okay. There's another, like,
Warning.
warp gate thing over there. Can we fall through this? Oh, God. We didn't take damage. That's good. Oh,
Not enough charge.
not enough charge. Baby, 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 baby. Baby, baby. I don't have no charge. Like mushroom things down here. Different colored mushroom things. Another vehicle thing. What is this? Funguses. Earth. Why is there an earth palm tree on a random rock? Enameled glass. I don't know. I'll just take these weird looking things. I don't know. I'll just grab them because more vehicle things. Use laser tool. Yeah, see, now that I'm not bouncing all over the place, it definitely says use the laser tool. But we would need to get a laser tool for that. And at least there's oxygen in here, I suppose. See, the game definitely has some neat stuff to it. Oh wait, I have legs? When did I get legs? That's cool. I feel like we're standing funny, but maybe that's just perspective. What is it telling me here? What do I keep seeing? I don't know. I like the bioluminescent grass, though. That's kind of cool. Since we're kind of close to this red warp gate, why don't we just go hang out over there and see what do. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. I don't know that that's actually what it is, but that force field thing looks like a warp gate. You go through, you drive through it with your vehicle, and boom, you're somewhere else. Probably don't have enough oxygen to get over there, but I want to see what it is. Well, there are little oxygen domes over here. Maybe we can get to those in time? Probably not, but we'll try. We're not getting back, that's for sure. Very vast, this map.
Warning.
Oh, you. That's rude. He's much rude, buddy. Not available in the prologue. We're in a tiny bubble. But yeah, I can see why this game has some good reviews. I think they're mostly positive at the moment. I like little indie games, like just being able to go and see something unique is so much fun.
Warning.
You get these big AAA games and they just spit out the same slop over and over and over and over and expect you to keep paying a higher and higher price tag for it. Like, no, I'm not paying $80 for your game that came out 15 years ago. Like, that's not happening. How many hero shooters can you make before I just want to unsubscribe from life? Like, I've pretty much given up on things like Ubisoft and Activision and Blizzard. Like, I've given up on these companies. Bungie I never had any faith in because I was one of the few people that didn't like Destiny. For the Last of Us remake. Look, I played the first Last of Us and I enjoyed it for what it was. It was fine. It was a good story. It was fun. And then they announced the second one, and I was excited until I watched the trailer, and I was like, no, I'm out. Like, it didn't look interesting. That's one of those games that should have only got a single game, and then it's then just been awesome. Remaking it, I would probably purchase the remake if it was like super cheap and I didn't know that the game was broke. Like, from everything that I'm told, the remake for the console port, for the PC port, is just broken. Like, the characters fall through the map and their heads twist around all creepily, and the graphics go black occasionally, and like missing textures all over the place. I've heard it's a mess. And was fired. I don't know. This is what happens when you allow CEOs to write a story when they don't play video games. That's the problem. Sit down, put 1,000 hours into a single video game, and then come sit there and tell me how video games should be played. Like, actually dive deep into a game and understand the mechanics and everything that goes into it and everything that makes that game feel cool. But they don't understand, and they won't understand. That's the problem. They're there to make money, not to make you happy. In a video game industry, it seems like the exact opposite of any other industry. You go to a retail store and the customer is always right. This is the type of food I want. Give it to me. And they're like, okay, we'll get it for you. You go to the video game industry and you're like, this is what we want. And the video game industry is like, no, fuck you. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Warning.
Alright, we'll make some more oxygen things and see if we can't get to the other warp gate looking thing. Ah! I missed the door! No, let me in, I'm gonna suffocate. Jeez. George R.R. Martin is killing beloved characters. I mean, it's what they do. They think that a retelling is necessary. And they're usually not. I keep getting asked by people if there was a game that you would want to see remake. And there's lots of games that I would love to play over again. But I don't want them remade. Like, I don't want a remaster of some of these things. Because you look at things that they do now with the ridiculous amounts of censorship and the ridiculous amounts of, like, retconning all the information. The reimagining of the story. Look what they did to Final Fantasy VII. People love the remake, I suppose, but I'm not going to play it because I don't like the combat, first off. And I don't want them to retell the story. I just want the same story with better graphics.
Warning.
It's not Final Fantasy VII anymore. I like this audio track right here. This is a good one. Advent Children was not a retelling, though. Advent Children was a story from after the game. It was a continuation of the story. It was just really bad. That's the difference. You know, it was fine for what it was, but it wasn't great. It was supposed to be a continuation, and it just felt awful. Back in the day, you would never see a Final Fantasy game get a sequel. right? Like they would just, the story would end. It would be an amazing story, and then it would just end, leaving your imagination to run wild with whatever story you thought might happen beyond what you've seen and played through. Each one was its own story, yeah. And I think, like, Final Fantasy X gave it that slippery slope where you start with 10, which was a good story, and then they did 10-2, and it was awful. And they figured, okay, well, maybe it was just a fluke that our second game sucked, so let's go ahead and make Final Fantasy 13, and then 13-2, and then remove everything from the original game that people liked, and assume that people are going to enjoy it, and that wasn't the case. So why they felt the need to go back and change the story for 7, thinking that it was actually going to be something people would enjoy, it doesn't make sense. Alright, well, we got some oxygen things. We'll see if we can survive going out to that other one, like I said before. And that's probably where we'll call it if we don't find anything interesting out there. And then, yeah, like I said, this is just a prologue where we're just trying to find some new survival games to play. Here next month, there's supposed to be a beta for Star Rupture, which is a Creepjar game. If you don't know what publisher that is, that's the publisher that did Green Hell. And Green Hell, I really enjoyed. Like, it was janky and buggy and messy, but the mechanics in that game were a lot of fun, and the way that you interacted with the world was a lot of fun. The way that you it had stealth mechanics, it had diseases, it had some pretty crazy things in there that I had not played in a survival game. And depending on how you played it, the game could be a very long game or it could be a very short game. I'm hoping they add something like that to this Star Rupture, but it looks like Star Rupture is closer to Satisfactory than it is like a typical survival game. It has the survival game elements to it, where there's exploration and fighting and food and water, but it's mostly about building automated machines and terraforming planets. Not terraforming, stealing the resources from planets. So I don't know how good it's going to be, but because they did Green Hell, I am excited to try it at the very least. I'm not completely sold if it's going to be a game that I'm going to like, but I'm hopeful. The reason why I wanted to go back and check out this demo is to see if it was something I wanted to do a regular series on. But not just that, but this publisher also did a game recently called, what was it, Saloon Simulator? Where I've heard some very positive things from it. I've seen some gameplay. The game looks decent. Like, it's got bar fighting, and it's got like old Western style shootouts, and there's a bunch of little mini things that you can do. There's also like basic survival stuff that you can do, going out and gathering and crafting things to make your base, to make your saloon better, and a lot of shady side deals. It looked fun. It might be something I pick up to stream. It doesn't. I don't think I'd be able to make a regular series out of it. I might try first, and if it doesn't feel like something I can do, then I'll switch it over to just being a stream game. But this game and that game have a bundle going, I think. And yeah. Let's see if it lets us go out to this. It's probably going to say not during the prologue. See, this is why I think it's a warp gate. What is that way out there? It's like a giant spaceship. Myself, I don't like retcons or the story. Unless there's something original. Don't make sense. No, it doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. What is that? Not available in the prologue. It's kind of what I figured was going to happen. Yeah, we are very limited in the scope of things that we can do. I mean, there's a lot of room to explore and stuff like that, but the really cool things you can't get to, and which is good. They need to keep some of that back so that way it encourages people to purchase it if they want to see what else is going to happen. But for my purposes today, that's pretty much gonna do everything we wanted to do. Just wanted to do a shorter stream today. Like I said, Abiotic Factor tomorrow. We're gonna do a ton of Abiotic Factor. If you enjoyed the stream, go ahead, toss a like on it. If it gets enough likes, I'll consider coming back to it and actually doing it with a full game. And then we will also go try to pick up a few more games for the streaming purposes.
Warning.
But if you know of any other survival games out there that you would like to see me cover, definitely looking forward to checking out a few that are coming up, and probably some that you haven't heard of. But like, absolutely let me know. I'll go check them out. Some people have suggested a few horror games for me to go check out that I haven't. I have added to my wish list. There's a couple that I haven't. But let's see. Right now, I have 82 games on my wish list. I've got this Auroria. I don't know. It's kind of a creature collecting game, but I think it's Tencent related, so it's probably gonna be microtransaction out the yin yang. So like, I don't think it's gonna be very good. But I like to try out games. It's gonna be a free to play. I like to try out games that are gonna be free to play. Of course, Grounded 2 is coming up on the 29th. There's Voyagers of Nira. That one's pretty cool. I tried the demo for it. It seems fine. But the demo was jank, man. Like the base building in that game was rough. Solar Punk, nice little casual game. Terminator Survivors. That game might be fun. We'll see how it goes. Usually movie franchise video games are almost always garbage, and you can write them off as not even install it. So like, we'll see. There's this As One We Survive, which is I don't know. There's other survival games like it. It's a top-down type game. There's this spacecraft game. I'm not usually super into space games, but it looks kind of cool. The spaceships are basically like Lego blocks. You build your ship and then you fly around using it to mine resources on a bunch of different planets. Um, you can go and sign up for the Star Rupture playtest right now. Try that one out whenever it comes out. This Polaris looks okay. What else did I got? This Forsaken Realms game looks interesting. It's kind of like action combat game. Forestia, that's another pixel art survival game. I tried this Cloudheim beta that they have going on. It was okay. I think that beta just ended, but it was okay. It's not. It's more like a shopkeeper simulator with like a roguelike and survival elements tacked onto it. Of course, Blazze is coming out next year. Sky Climbers, Subnautica 2, Star Seekers, which is an Astroneer game. So that one might be fun. Astroneer was pretty fun. Atmosphere, which looked okay. I don't know. It's kind of odd. A nice little. This Yuzu game looks pretty cool. It's just like a bird game where it also has like survival stuff in it. So flying around doing little quests as a bird might be fun, just as a nice casual thing. There's this Red Rust. It looks meh. But I'm always interested. And there's that saloon simulator we were talking about for a while. Some game just got delisted on Steam. And I don't know what game it was. This game is no longer available on Steam. Okay. I added it earlier this month and it's apparently been removed. Lost Skies, people seem to like that one. That game is way too bright for me. Yeah, that's what you said last time, buddy. But I think it's okay. I mean, color wise, but the gameplay is just mid. It's a lot of fun for people who like it. It's just very mid for me. It's not really up my alley, I should say. Reviews wise, it's probably going to sell really well and do really well for people. It looks like a fun little simulator game that people would actually like to play. It's a pretty cool take on this simulator genre. I think it's going to do really well, but it's just not for me. Lost Skies, and then I have this Astrometica, which we're playing now. I'm not sure what this game is. That was removed. Luna Island, that game was that I played. That was fun. I Am Future, which is a little survival game, top down. It's kind of nice. Is this game trying to kill me? That game was a lot of fun. Overwhelmingly positive reviews. Sulfur, which somebody suggested I try. I have it on my wish list. Haven't done anything with it. Humanity, people seem to like that one. Above Snakes, that one was fun. I haven't had a chance to purchase that one yet. Waiting for a good sale on it. This Stone Shard, people seem to like. Volcanoids, people seem to like, so I put those on my wish list. There's this Tree of Life that looked fun. I've heard that one's in a development issue. This Rooted game is still in like a Kickstarter phase. This Wonderlost game I played. There are a lot of games that you've come across. Yeah, there's a ton of survival games coming up within the next 2 to 3 years. Wanderlost is pretty cool. It's another one of those survival games that has a really unique art style. It's kind of cartoony, but I played the demo for it and it was fun. It kind of reminds me of like Don't Starve Together. And then there's this Judas game that this is a AAA game, so I'm pretty much writing it off at this point because I haven't heard anything about it for a long time. But it's supposed to be like the spiritual successor to like BioShock, and anytime you call something a successor to anything, it's almost immediately bad. There's this Derelicts game that actually looks like it has a really cool building system to it, but like I haven't heard anything about it in a long time. It's another one of those ones that's recently out of Kickstarter, so they're really buckling down to fix it. Under a Rock, this game looks really cool. It's got a bunch of dodos running around. I don't bother with Kickstarter stuff. I never do Kickstarter. I don't have enough money to gamble with. But if the game is good enough and people fund it and it ends up on Steam, guess what? I'll play it. But if it doesn't, well, I guess that it wasn't meant to be. There's this game called Primitive. It looks interesting. It's more of an action game than a survival game. But like going out and fighting mammoths and saber-tooths. It's interesting. And then there's this Witchbrook game, which is made by the same guy that made Stardew Valley, in which you're a little witch that goes to school to learn how to be a witch, and the whole time you're doing the whole relationship thing and farming and building out your properties and all that stuff and learning new spells, and it looks cute. I'm gonna try that one. And then there's this Light No Fire, which is made by that by the same people that did No Man's Sky, and I want to trust that Sean Murray has learned his lesson from his horrible, horrible launch of No Man's Sky and subsequent fixing of No Man's Sky. Like, the game so far, from what I've heard, and I haven't gone back and played it, is amazing now. It's got really good reviews, and they've been adding free content to it. So I'm hoping they learned their lesson, and Light No Fire will come out and be good. Legacy of Kain graphics novel. I love Legacy of Kain, but it's only getting a graphics novel, a t-shirt. I mean, Legacy of Kain was pretty good. I played that one. The game was good. I don't know if there was a novel to it before that. There's also a War of the Worlds game coming up. It's pretty far out, but the videos I've seen made it look really early in development. But I think having a survival game in the War of the Worlds genre would probably be a lot of fun. Because you see the giant like tripod walkers, and you have the sound effects and the music to it. Like, it looks cool, but again, movie franchise video games almost always suck. Like, period. So I'm just assuming that I'm basically writing this one off. I'm going to follow the development. If other people tell me it's good, I'll consider getting it. But the videos they've put out have been really early. There's this Project Survival. It says it's a working title. I don't know. We'll just leave that as is. It looks like it should be in a Kickstarter format. There's this Lay of Land, which looks like I don't know if you've ever played the game like Teardown. It looks kind of like that, where the whole world is made of these little cardboard blocks, and you can blow them up, and I don't know. Looks okay. This Relics of Oracle, I seen this one on Twitter a long time ago, so I don't even know if this one's still coming out. It's sort of an action survival game. Then there's State of Decay 3, which I'm kind of excited for. The second one was okay. The first one was garbage. So maybe the third one they'll fix a lot of the online co-op stuff, because playing with your friends was probably the worst experience I've ever had in a video game ever. You know? Southfield, which is just a cutesy survival / farming game. Looks okay. Lua's Lagoon reminds me of that old TV show called Tailspin back in the day, the old cartoon, where you get a little seaplane and you're flying from place to place and gathering resources and building your bases. Looks kind of cute. This Stormforge game, another simple go out, kill the bosses, and beat the game type survival game. There's this Croakwood, which looks like a cute little survival game. More casual. Then there's a Jurassic Park survival game coming up. Oh my god. Like, again, movie franchises almost always suck. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder why they bother building these things. Chrono Odyssey, I'm still interested in. I don't feel like people were too hard on it when they were being critical of it. But, like, I enjoyed it for what it was. Knowing that it was a beta just kind of, like, didn't really do anything for me. Like, I'm a little bit annoyed that they're like, oh, well, we have a better build out there. Like, well, why aren't we playing that? like, what was the point? I feel like I wasted my time, is where I'm at with that game. So, I'm going to reserve further judgment until they come out with another beta. A Horde one called Exoprimal. I liked Exoprimal. The beta I played, but Exoprimal is one of those games where I would play it for a week or two, and then it would get so repetitive that I would be bored out of my mind and uninstall it. So that's why I didn't purchase it. Like, I already know, so I don't purchase it. It's the same reason why I gave up on Overwatch. It's the same reason why I didn't bother with the Marvel Rivals junk. It's the same reason why whenever a Call of Duty comes out that I'm just like, meh. Like, I'm either going to play it so much for the first 2 weeks to a month and get bored of it, or it's going to be so inundated with hackers that I'm just going to get bored and or frustrated and quit. So, like, I'm not even going to purchase it. I play video games to have fun, not to be frustrated. There's this Blight Survival. I heard that this game's got some development issues. There's Across the Wonderland, which is basically in the same... It's separate from the Alice in Wonderland story, but it's in the same universe. I don't know. It's very colorful. I don't know if that's one I'll be getting. There's this Astrometica, which is just a more cozy survival game. It's mostly about gardening. There's this Lights of Mortrium, which looks like a survival game where you fight against robotic dinosaurs. So you can draw as many comparisons to that game as you want. Um, there's this Off-Worlders game. I haven't heard much about it. Canyons. There's this MMO called Epitone that I'm going to check out. There's this Tides of Annihilations, Arc Age. These MMOs, I'll try them, but I'm not convinced. There's this Kyora, which is made by the same people that did Core Keeper. It kind of looks a lot like Terraria, that style game, except the voxel system's a little bit different. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Katori Academy, another cozy like witch wizard type thing. Loftia is another one of those MMOs that I'll try because it's going to be free to play. I don't know if it's going to be any good, but it's more like a cozy social experience. What is this? There's this Atomica, which is another resource management game and a bunch of automation. I'm still waiting for Defiance to return to Steam. I'd try Defiance if it returns to Steam. I mentioned State of Decay 3. Yeah, I have that on my list, but I haven't heard anything beyond the announcement trailer of when it's coming out. There's this retro space game that's coming up soon. It reminds me of Breath Edge meets like Half-Life. It's a very cool looking system that I'm going to be trying out. But it's not a survival game. It's more of an action oriented game. There's this Silent Desolation game I want to try out. There's this Railborn game that looks pretty cool, where you're driving on a train and building up your bases and with like turrets and defenses, and I don't know. Looks like it could be cool. It's another one of those that, you know, we already have train games out there, but this one looks okay. Guardians of Wild Sky, another creature collecting game. There's this Goner survival game that kind of reminds me of Green Hill. There's this Null Sequence, looks kind of like Dune. There's this Crystal of Atlan, another MMO that looks okay. Like, I skipped over a lot, but I got so distracted. Like, I love talking about video games, but like I have a lot on my list. If you manage to sit there and listen to all that garbage, and you happen to hear anything that I missed, do be sure to let me know. But yeah, I have nearly 100 survival games on that list, and they'll come out eventually, or they won't. Hopefully, they'll be good. As for this game, I like it. The problem is, with games like this, it would be very hard, given the style of content that I make, to make actual episodes out of. This game would be fun to play on a stream, because you could fly around and people could see the process and stuff like that. There's a lot of people out there that like seeing the gathering and building and all that process. The other hand, there's a lot of people that absolutely hate that stuff and would prefer to watch a regular series where all that stuff is cut out. I don't want to hear the labor. I just want to see the baby. Like, one of those situations. But yeah, I think this game, if the game is exactly like the prologue, I can see why it's getting positive reviews. This game definitely at least around a 7 from what I can see, but there might be further gameplay that I don't have access to, and the actual game might have updates since this prologue has come out. A lot of indie developers don't bother updating the prologue after their game releases. They put all their focus on the actual game, which is fine. That's what they should do. So there may be things that we're not seeing that are more up to date. But like I said, this is just the prologue. So, grain of salt. Everything in this gameplay subject to change, but definitely go look it up on Steam. Astrometica, fantastic little space survival game. Kind of reminds me of Subnautica, but it's pretty good. I like it. It's like definitely not as polished as Subnautica, but it's somewhere between Subnautica and Breath Edge for sure. At any rate, I think I'm going to call it there. I do so hope everybody had a good time. Catch me again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do a lot of Abiotic Factor. We may even start our stream early because I am so excited to get started on that one. And yeah, if you like Abiotic Factor, definitely swing by. But until next time, take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Stay up there. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.